Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, I'm Dinda Pratiwi. So in this lesson, I'm so excited because we're beginning the discussion of syntax. It's one of the core topic in linguistics. So what is the syntax? In linguistics, syntax refers to rules that discuss how words are combined to form phrases, clauses, and sentences. The term syntax comes from Greek, which means to organize together. This term is also used to mean the study of the syntax nature of a language. Syntax is also the proper order of words in a phrase or sentence. And here I will discuss more about phrase and tree diagram in syntax. Phrases. A phrase is a group of related words within a sentence. For example, I saw a tall girl. A phrase can be found at the beginning, middle, or end of a sentence. A phrase may not contain a subject or a verb, or both. Thus, a phrase may have a meaning but it does not convey a complex thought. A sentence may contain more than one phrase. For example, a tall girl was standing near me. There are several types of phrase: noun phrase, prepositional phrase, verb phrase, and adjective and adverb phrase. A noun phrase begins with a noun or pronoun or other related words. For example, that magnificent house was built by my great-grandfather. Noun phrase has a form on the following pattern: determiners plus noun, or modifier plus noun, or determiners plus modifier plus noun. For example, the child, tall child, the tall child. A prepositional phrase begins with a preposition and end with a noun or pronoun. For example, my uncle Panjit and his wife Rada are doctors at a private hospital. A prepositional phrase has a form on the following pattern: preposition plus the object of the preposition or noun phrase. For example, in the box. A verb phrase is a combination of the main verb and the helping verb in a sentence. For example, the barking of the dog did not disturb others except me in the house. A verb phrase has a form on the following pattern: helping verb plus main verb, or helping verb plus modifier plus main verb. For example, has been lying, has not been lying. Adjective phrase and adverb phrase. Adjective phrase is a phrase the head of which is an adjective. For example, the dog covered in mud is mine. An adjective phrase has a form on the following pattern: modifier plus adjective. For example, I bought a fancy red tie when I visited the big shop. Adverb phrase. Adverb phrase is a group of two or more words that function as an adverb in a sentence. For example, they went to the place. Adverb phrase have a similar structure to that of adjective phrase: modifier plus adverb. And next we will talk about phrase structure, rules, and tree. Sentencing itself may be referred to as an inflectional phrase, but we are going to treat it as in phrase structure, rule, and phrase structure trees. Why is this important? Because we are trying to understand the constituent structure of the English sentence. A phrase structure tree is a tree diagram that provides a formal representation of the phrase structure of a sentence or phrase. The phrase structure rule, or PSR, of a typical English sentence is as follows. A sentence consists of a noun phrase followed by an auxiliary or auxiliary verb followed by verb phrase. I can give you basic sample an English sentence. For example, I will run. It is a sentence you see as in top. We are going to get this at the top of every tree diagram for every English sentence. Then as we go down below, things will start with different. It consists of an NP followed by auxiliary, followed by VP. Then you will have to expand on each of those notes. Here, the noun phrase consists of a pronoun or PR, and the verb phrase only consists of a verb or each of the three notes. I for NP, will for auxiliary, run for VP. So when we'll talk about phrase structure rules, we need to write the rules not just for the sentence, but then you have more precise within sentence. And then each of those phrases needed to be accounted for with phrases structure, but sentences in English are basically more complicated. For example, I will tell her the story. If I ask you to draw the tree diagram, you can always stop at the top by writing the sentence or as an NP, auxiliary, and VP. But alternatively, you could have a different approach in the sense that you could start at the bottom by labeling each of these. You already know that I is a pronoun, will is an auxiliary, but when you have an auxiliary, you need to specify the tense, so it's a tenses that goes into an auxiliary. And then tell is a verb. Of course, her is a pronoun. The is a determiner, and a story is a noun. As you can see, this NP consists of a pronoun, and we already had established that the keys. The VP here, and then here we have a verb with two noun phrases. The noun phrase here, it consists of a pronoun. The auxiliary is just. The VP consists of V followed by NP followed by second NP. The second NP consists of pronoun. And the third NP consists of determiner followed by a noun. Thanks for watching and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.